Oh, come on, computer. Big Ray's Ball Cards is here. Chuck the crossover paranormal society. Chuck Block and 99's in the house. How you doing there, Jason? Hey, crossover. All right, what do we got? 208 is the timestamp for Big Ray's Ball Cards and auctions. So at 211 will be when all the free entries will be done. And so far we have Big Ray, Chuck, Lockin, Cops. Who else we got in here? I think that's it so far. Cops, Chuck, Lockin. Boom. All right, we'll go. Got a exciting stream today. Sorry, I'm running a little bit late. Had my day all planned out today. And then, of course, this morning my wife says, we need to go to the commissary. And I was like, really? Well, okay, we better be leaving by 11 o'clock. And it still wasn't early enough. We didn't leave till just afternoon. Got to Marysville Post Office around noon. So you will get it tomorrow. The Marysville Post Office. Oh, so you used my other business address, huh? So that means I gotta go check the business address, huh? Got to the Marysville Post Office. Is that the package you were sending? So it's in Marysville. Yeah, they'll probably deliver it tomorrow. So I'll see when I'm off tomorrow. Got to Marysville Post Office around noon. Nooner. Okay, what do we got? We got 211. I don't think so. All right, I don't think we had anybody else new pop in here that I can tell. Just getting me a red vine. Good boost of energy for sure. All right, let me get Big Ray and Cops on here. Okay. And I gotta get Chuck and Lockin. Chuck and Lockin. Let's see. Oh, it's their first time this month. Chuck's real quick here. A little quicker here and just, oh, come on. There we go. That puts us at 71 entries. 4 entries away from our next tier. We are doing good. It was UPS. Not sure why they delivered to the post office instead of where it's going. Oh, well, probably the way they shipped it was if it went smart post. So most likely if UPS was delivering it, it probably the way that the shipping was set up. If it's UPS smart post, hmm. Do you remember what address you sent it to? Because the only way it would have got delivered to the post office in Marysville is if it's supposed to go to Marysville. I live in Arlington. My business mailbox that I use is in North Marysville. So if you sent it to the address 14125 from my YouTube page, that's why I'll get it at my business address. It's not my business. It's a business address that I use. Somebody lets me use that. Kind of like people use sometimes a post office box instead of their home address to kind of disguise things. Once I get to know you and stuff, that's why I'll give you my house mailing address. And that's where you've sent most of my packages, so unless it just got delivered there by accident, and if it is and it's supposed to come to Arlington, they'll forward it to Arlington. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. But if they have to do that, I might not see it till Monday. So you just have to kind of be careful on which address you send it to. For those that know me, like you, Jason, you should send it to my house address. No, it was to your house. Oh, that's weird then how it ended up in Marysville. If you can, hold on, let me check. You said it was coming UPS. Let me check the UPS app here and see if I can figure out where it might be. Because if it was UPS, yeah, it says it's supposed to be delivered tomorrow. Let me see. Let me see what it says. Get more information on the tracking here. Oh, processing. Oh, okay, I see. No, now I know what it is. So we have a new UPS processing center in Marysville. Yeah, that's right. That is considered Marysville there, where the new UPS building is. And then it said this morning at 9:58 a.m., according to my time, it was transferred to the post office. So UPS probably delivered it with their morning shipment to the Arlington post office. So yeah, most likely, since they transferred it to the post office, it must have been a smart post package. So they did get it here in Marysville, and then they transferred it to the post office. It doesn't really say which one, but most likely, I would think it's probably Arlington. So yes, most likely, I'll probably get it tomorrow. Yeah, it says it's scheduled to be delivered tomorrow with the UPS tracking number on it now. So it had a USPS tracking number, so yeah, they sent it smart post. Okay. So I should get that tomorrow. So we're good to go. J Bagwell 2000's in the house. Boom Slang's in the house. So boom, 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 boom. But yes, everybody so far now has got their entries into the giveaway. I'll do a shameless plug at the end of the show again for my new Patreon tiers on my Patreon page. But before we get started with our Hall of Fame Friday, I wanted to just give you a sneak peek as to what we're going to be doing after the Hall of Fame Friday, in case you're wondering. So let me do my refreshes here. Get back at the top of the chat. So I had a knock on my door last night when I was putting all our Christmas decorations away and stuff. The neighbor across the street probably saw our lights on and stuff, and that we were busy doing something. And so he came knocking on the door. He's a mechanic. He does boat repairs in our neighborhood and stuff like that. Computer strike zone in AAA this year. Hopefully in the majors next year. Computer strike zone. Oh, they're testing it out in the minors this year, huh? AAA. That's cool. That would be nice to have the computerized strike zone. That's for sure. I hope that works very well in AAA. That'll keep umpires honest and pitchers and catchers no longer on the sly. You know how the pitcher would, catch the ball and frame it, look like he caught it down here. Or, catch it over here, and as soon as he catch it, go like this, like it's in the strike zone. Everybody knows that's what's been happening for years. So that is cool. But yeah, so he came over last night, knocked on my door, and he said, "Hey Don, we were going through some stuff, straightening things and getting ready to get rid of some things and stuff." And he said, "I found this. Thought you might like to look through it or read some of it and stuff like that." It's a 1992 Beckett, which I think Beckett started back in the 1980s. But this was issue number 83. Used to sell for $2.95, and in Canada for $3.95. Yeah, exactly. That's right, Logan. Yep, Jason, that's what I've always noticed. I'm like, no, that was not a strike. That was a ball. Bumpity bump bump bump. It takes away the beauty of a catcher being a skill. True, true, true. But this, of course, on the cover here, he was mixed up on who he thought was on the cover. And I said, oh, no, that's Ozzie Smith. It says it right here. So, but this is a nice old style Beckett, which is kind of neat. And so I'm not going to go through this right now, but he bagged a great season. Houston's Jeff Bagwell earned the National League Rookie of the Year award, and the hobby adulation usually associated with it lit his cards on fire. All right, and then we have the Fabulous Five here. So it does have some pretty good intel in here. Bernie Williams rookie card, another Bernie Williams rookie. Chuck Knobloch. But that was pretty cool. And then, after he showed me this, I'll put this off to the side, he gave me a complete book of 1989 baseball cards, rating over 2,000 new cards. Topps, Donruss, Fleer, and Score. So it looks like they did an issue back in 1989 for baseball cards for Topps, Donruss, Fleer, and Score. And it's kind of a neat layout here. I guess they did it in alphabetical, but Griffey was not in here. I did scope it out and look. Let me just peek one more time. Yeah, Griffey probably would have been in a published book, so this is I'm almost wondering if these are, it's kind of weird because it shows that it is the baseball cards as you go back in here. There's Kurt Gibson, Jose Canseco, Tony Gwynn, Willie Boggs, Frank Viola, and Eckersley, John Franco. And then they started going into, but of course, Topps back in the day. They didn't put the years on the front, but the Don Russ here says it is a 1989 Don Russ. So they're not highlighting the complete set, but they do have these names for these players that were probably already established in baseball. Because I briefly perused through this last night when I got it and stuff. And they do list some rookies, like the Don Russ rated rookies are in here. The Score 1989 rookie, Roberto Alomar. See, so they do have some, but they did not have 1989 Griffey rookies. No, I didn't even pay attention. What is the copyright on this book? Yep, 1989. So it must have been new at the time when they made it, but Griffey didn't make the cut. That would take an encyclopedia set these days. Oh, well, yeah, the big Beckett books are a lot bigger now than this. I'll show you in a second the 2022 Beckett that I got from my daughter for Christmas. I'll show you that in a second here. And then we're going to go over an article that appears in here talking about my neat player now for the Seattle Mariners, Julio Rodriguez. Okay, so we're going to do that after we finish here. But our Hall of Fame Friday is going to be Nellie Fox. Nellie Fox, and that's Nellie Fox's card right there. But here, yeah, it would, like you said, it would be an encyclopedia book these days. It is. It is. So here we go. This is the 27th edition, 2022 Beckett Almanac. So that's the 2022. They got Johnny Bench on the bottom here. You can't. It's so big I can't even get it all on camera. But they have. But there you go. The Beckett Almanac of Baseball Cards and Collectibles. And of course, they got a Johnny Bench card there. 1969 Topps number 95 Johnny Bench card. Gold Cup card for $150 is what they got it listed for on there. Oh yeah, Baseball Digest is still around. I used to subscribe to it, and then they did kind of downsize a little bit. They went electronic for a little bit, and then they came back with a hard copy again. But we got Aaron Judge on the front here. Brace for Aaron Judge Hobby Impact. And then it says on the bottom here, as you can see, more than 2.5 million cards priced, modern and vintage. Of course, you need a microscope to read it. You need a microscope to read it. Actually, it's pretty clear and crisp on the white pages and stuff. So it's nice and handy to use for a guide, because you can look up your sets you might have and cards and see what they're going for. It kind of helps a little bit for maybe going and listing cards on eBay, so you can decide which ones are worth it, which ones aren't really worth it. More like overpriced. Yeah, sometimes. But my daughter got me that for Christmas, so that's a reference guide along with in my other room over here. Over this way, on the other side of this room, is my daughter's old room, and that's my secondary room for my other baseball card stuff. I use it for the oddball sets. Yeah, because it lists all the different sets. Common ones and odd ones, cookies, Denny's, different ones like that. It's nice to look up ones like that sometimes that you might not be able to find up on eBay, or you're typing in trying to find it and it's actually called something else than what you think it might be called. So that's what's kind of neat. But we got 2:30 here, so I'm going to get into our content at hand for Nellie Fox, who is our content for the day. Okay? And believe it or not, I did find a few baseball cards for Nellie, and they are underneath the postcard. When we're done, we'll go through those real quick. Yeah, Denny's Grand Slam cards were the bomb. Yes, I've got all the sets of Denny's Grand Slam cards. They were bombed. Yeah, they were. They were awesome card sets. I got them all in a binder. So that's truly awesome to have a Denny's Grand Slam breakfast sets. You would get a pack of cards from Denny's when you went for breakfast. I have number 3, and it has 1,364 pages. Let me see how many pages this book's got in it. I didn't even think to do that. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's growing. Oh no, it went down 20 pages. This one number 27. I have number 3, and it has 1,360. But it's probably bigger. It might even be a bigger book because this is smaller print than some of my other issues I have. But yeah, this one has 1,344 pages. Oh, there you go. Yep, Chuck. I did the whole series on that one. Week after week, we just did a series each week for the Denny's cards. And you can look that up on my channel if you want. Copyright 1998. I believe that. Mickey, I do. So let's get into our Hall of Fame induction information for Nellie Fox. It's kind of like mini biographies that I do on the Hall of Fame. So that's what we've got going on here. Why is that? Oh, I see what happened. Okay, let's see. There we go. Get that off camera. Don't need that on camera for now. All right. So Nellie Fox. Oh, by the way, I forgot the proper intro. Half hour into the stream. Episode 99, Hall of Fame Friday, Nellie Fox, and bonus baseball doc. That's what we're doing today. So, Jacob Nelson Nellie Fox was born December 25th, 1927, and passed away December 1st, 1975. Was an American professional baseball player. Fox was one of the best second basemen of all time and the third most difficult hitter to strike out in Major League Baseball history. Fox played in the big leagues from 1947 to 1965 and spent the majority of his career as a member of the Chicago White Sox. His career was bookended by multi-year stints for the Philadelphia Athletics and later the Houston Astros. Fox was an American League All-Star for 12 seasons, an American League Most Valuable Player (MVP) for 1 season, and an American League Gold Glove winner for 3 seasons. He had a .288 Major League career batting average with 2,663 hits, 35 home runs, 790 runs batted in. He hit 300 more 6 times, and led the American League in singles 8 times, 7 consecutive seasons, and in fielding average 6 times as a second baseman. His career fielding percentage was .984 in 1959 when the Go-Go Chicago White Sox won the American League Pennant championship. He hit .306 with 149 singles and 70 RBIs. He coached for the Houston Astros and Texas Rangers after his playing career, and he was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 1997. Right. Get another red vine here. All right. Fox, at the age 16 in 1944, thought he had a good chance to sign on with a professional baseball team due to player shortages from World War II. His mother wrote a letter on her son's behalf to Connie Mack, the owner-manager of the Philadelphia Athletics, which enabled him to attend an open tryout that spring for the Athletics in Frederick, Maryland. Fox caught the attention of Mack, who signed him to a professional contract. Now on to his professional baseball career in the minor leagues. Fox started his professional baseball career with the Lancaster team of the Pennsylvania Interstate League and the Jamestown Falcons, where he hit .314. He played a range of infield and outfield positions. Ultimately, at second base, he came back with Lancaster in 1945 and was known as the best second baseman in the league. The Philadelphia Athletics bought his contract that year, but Fox did not get to play for them then because he was called to service and was stationed in Korea in 1946. Now on to his major leagues career. Fox's major league career began in 1947 when he started to play for the Philadelphia Athletics, but he played mostly in the minor leagues, appearing in a total of 10 MLB games in 1947 and 1948. In 1949, the Philadelphia Athletics set a major league team record of 217 double plays, a record which stood as of 2012. Fox appeared in 88 of the Athletics games that season and contributed to 68 of the team's double plays. The Athletics traded Fox to the Chicago White Sox for Joe Tipton on October 29, 1949. He spent the next 14 seasons with the White Sox, making 12 American League All-Star teams and 15 of 16 All-Star game selections beginning in 1951. 2 All-Star games were played in 1959 through 62, when he batted .313. The White Sox finished in third place each season between 1952 and 1956, followed by second-place finishes in 1957 and 58. BaseballReference.com lists Billy Pierce and Minnie Minoso as the top White Sox players during the most of those years, as reflected by wins above replacement WAR. But Fox had the team's highest WAR in 1957. The 1959 season, Fox's best season, came when he received the American League Most Valuable Player award. Not until Dustin Pedroia in 2008 would another American League baseman receive such an honor. On a White Sox team that won its first American League pennant in 40 years. He batted .306, had an on-base percentage of .380, and led the American League in singles. He also started and had 4 hits in 2 All-Star games and won his second Gold Glove. The Al Lopez managed White Sox had the best record in baseball, going 94-60 to finish 5 games ahead of the Cleveland Indians and a surprising 15 ahead of the New York Yankees. It was one of just 2 seasons the Yankees did not win the pennant between 1949 and 1954. In the World Series, Fox batted a team-high .375 with 3 doubles, but the Sox lost to the Los Angeles Dodgers in 6 games. In Game 5, Fox scored the only run when Sherm Lawler hit into a double play in the 4th inning. This was only the 2nd time that a World Series game did not have an RBI. It was Fox's only postseason experience, and the White Sox did not make it back to the World Series until they swept the 2005 World Series from the Houston Astros. Later seasons, Fox played 2 final seasons in 1964 and 65 with the Houston Colt 45s and the Astros. God is great in the house. How you doing there? God is great. Thanks for popping in here, brother. Appreciate you being here. We're at 6 thumbs up so far. 6 thumbs up so far. Oh, there we go. Now I see 7. Now I see 7. There we go. All I got to do is throw out the reminder there, and people that didn't smash that thummies up, smash that thummies up. See if we can get up to double digits before this stream, before the biography is over. So, again, Fox played his final 2 seasons, 1964 and 65, with the Houston Colt 45s. Oh, that's right, it wasn't the Houston Astros back then. It was the Houston Colt 45s and Astros. I guess they changed over while he was on the team. Joe Morgan later said that he looked up to Fox's example as a rookie with the Astros. Fox and Morgan were both diminutive second basemen. Morgan grew up hitting with Nellie Fox, a Nellie Fox model bat, which had a large barrel and large handle. With the Astros, Fox convinced Morgan to switch to a bat with a thin handle to leverage his power. Fox was 5'9". He made up for his modest size and minimal power. He hit only 35 home runs in his career and never more than 6 in a single season. With his good batting eye, excellent fielding, and base running speed, Fox was perennially one of the toughest batters to strike out, fanning just 216 times in his entire career, an average of once every 42.7 at-bats, which ranks him 3rd all-time. He led the league in most at-bats per strikeouts, a phenomenal 13 times in his career. In 1951, Fox hit more triples, 12, than he had strikeouts. A solid contact hitter. With a lifetime .288 batting average, he batted over .300 6 times, with 2,663 hits, 355 doubles, 112 triples. He also led the league in singles for 7 straight seasons, in triples once, and in hits 4 times. As far as his defensive skills, we'll get to that in just a minute. I'm going to get a drink of water. Joey Votto career strikeouts. What does perennial mean? Annually? Annually, maybe. Perennially. Yeah, I know, that was a weird perennially. So as far as his defensive skills, Fox was one of the best second basemen in the major leagues. He played next to a pair of slick fielding White Sox shortstops, Venezuela and Chico Carrascal, in 1950 through 55, and Luis Aparicio in 1956 to 62. He was the first Major League Gold Glove Award winner for a second baseman in 1957, and he received 2 more Gold Glove Awards in 1959 and 60. Between August 1956 and September 1960, Fox played a Major League record 798 consecutive games at second base in 1959 and 60. The Aparicio-Fox middle infield duo won 2 Gold Gloves twice for their respective positions, becoming the first of now a dozen shortstop second baseman combinations who both won Gold Gloves in the same season. Fox led the league's second baseman in defense games played each season between 1952 and 1959. He also led second baseman in putouts between 1952 and 1961, and in assists several times during his career. Fox finished among the top 5 second basemen in fielding percentage every year between 1950 and 1964. And currently ranks second in career double plays as a second baseman. Coaching seasons. Fox was a coach for the Houston Astros in 1965 through 67 and the Washington Senators / Texas Rangers 68 to 72. In the late 60s, Fox appeared to have a chance to manage the Senators when Jim Lemon's post came open following the team's purchase by Bob Short. However, around the same time, the Washington Redskins named Vince Lombardi as their football coach. So Short felt pressure to hire a manager with a very well-known name and selected Ted Williams for the position. Latter years. Fox lived in St. Thomas Township, Pennsylvania. After playing days were over, he co-owned and managed the Nellie Fox Bowl in Chambersburg. After retiring from baseball, Fox was diagnosed with skin cancer in 1973. Boom, there we go. We got 12 thummies up. We're doing good now. 2023 Topps delayed release, probably another few weeks. What's new? Topps is always... They're probably just running behind since they've been printing so much lately. Is 2022 going to be like a new junk wax era? Did they print so many cards that they can't keep up with the printing process to make all these cards? Should come out on the 15th. Can't even pre-order yet. Oh my word, it's going to be one of those. They'll have it up and people will buy them and then they'll be reselling them on eBay before they even open the boxes. Latter years. And then after the Nellie Fox Bowl in Chambersburg, after retiring from baseball, Fox was diagnosed with skin cancer in 1973. In October 1975, he was admitted to the Baltimore Cancer Research Center and treated for metastatic cancer. Fox died on December 1st, 1975 at the age of 47, and he was buried at the St. Thomas Cemetery in his hometown of St. Thomas. We got one more section here we can whip through, and then we'll be done with that. We'll go through the cards here. All right. So as far as his coaching seasons, legacy. Jim Lehman, who played for the White Sox in 1963, said Fox's cancer had to be incurable because if it wasn't, Nellie would have beat it. Former White Sox manager Al Lopez described how Fox had found success through hard work rather than natural ability. He wasn't fast and didn't have an arm, but he worked hard to develop what he needed to make himself a good all-round ball player. If you had 8 Nellie Foxes with all his spirit and determination, I think you'd have a winning team. On May 1st, 1976, Fox's uniform number 2 was retired by the White Sox. He is the second of 10 White Sox players to have his uniform number retired. Fox was not selected to the Hall of Fame in his initial period of eligibility. In his final ballot cast by baseball writers in 1985, he gained 74.7% of the vote, just shy of 75%, 0.3% to be precise. Traditionally, baseball percentages were rounded off, required for election by the Baseball Writers Association. However, in 1997, the Hall of Fame's Veterans Committee elected him. He had the required 75% of the committee's vote in 1996, but the committee was allowed to vote only one former MLB player. Jim Bunning was inducted after receiving one more vote than Fox. Prior to his Hall of Fame election, a group of fans formed the Nellie Fox Society to promote his case for induction. The group grew to as many as 600 members, including Richard M. Daley, James R. Thompson, George Will, and several former MLB players. In 2001, Pennsylvania State Historical Marker was dedicated to honor Fox. Bronze statues of Fox and Aparicio were unveiled on the outfield concourse of U.S. Cellular Field in 2006. Fox's statue depicts him flipping a baseball toward Aparicio, while Aparicio is depicted as preparing to receive the ball from Fox. There you go. Nellie Fox, second baseman, born on Christmas Day, 1927, St. Thomas Township, Pennsylvania. Died December 1st, 1975, at the age of 47. Baltimore, Maryland. He batted left through right. MLB debut June 8th, 1947 for the Athletics, and July 24th, 1965 for the Houston Astros. His MLB statistics: batting average .288, hits 2,663, 35 home runs, 790 RBIs. The teams he played for: the Philadelphia Athletics 47-49, the Chicago White Sox 50-63, and the Houston Colts / Astros 64-65. His career highlights and awards: 15 All-Star games, 1951 to 1961, 1963. The Houston Colts 45s and Astros 64-65. Career highlights and awards: 15 All-Star games, 1951 through 61. In 61, of course, they had 2 All-Star games that year. And then 1963, American League MVP in 1955, 3 times Gold Glove Award winner in 57, 59, and 60, and the Chicago White Sox retired number 2. He's a member of the National Baseball Hall of Fame, inducted in 1997 by the Veterans Committee. So there you have it. Nellie Fox's Hall of Fame induction. Oh, okay. I'm trying to think what throwback inserts that they're going to have they gotten up to now. They're probably just continuing where they left off, is my guess. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Now here's Nellie's postcard. Figured I'd show that first. Jacob Nelson Fox, nicknamed Nellie, Philadelphia, Chicago, and Houston. On here it says, sure-handed second baseman and skillful batsman, was a catalyst for the Chicago White Sox of the 1950s. A 12-time American League All-Star who never struck out more than 18 times in a season. His strikeout to at-bat ratio being third best of all time, once recorded 98 games without a strikeout. Played record 798 consecutive games at second. Led league in hits 4 times, putouts 10 times, field percentage 6 times. Won the 1959 American League MVP honors by helping Chicago to first flag in 40 years. All right. Then we do have a few cards that I'll put back in my PC for him. I probably do have more. I didn't think I had any for it, Nellie, but I do. Can't remember if it's the next box, FOXX, that has, but we've got this Violet Mint chip from a 2013 Panini product right here. I have a complete set of these from that year's product. Compliments of the Bipster. Then we got from the Ted Williams set, the Chicago White Sox, Jacob Nelson Fox. Little Ted Williams logo there. And this is what the back of the card looks like. Actually, yeah, I gotta put these this way, and that way they'll get in the right order. Nellie Fox, second baseman. This is a 1988 Pacific Trading Company is this one. Okay. And this one is actually a short print of a sort. This is one of those sparkly cards from Cooperstown. This one is I think this is the 2013. Yeah, 2013. It's not a serialized short print, but it is an insert because of the shininess there. And then the Nellie Fox here, second base, Chicago White Sox. This is from the 1953 series, The Cards That Never Were. The Cards That Never Were. These are reprint cards from a set that was to be released in 1953, but never was. So that's the few Nellie Fox cards that I have. Oh, you like the team logo next to the picture also. Is it this one? Oh, 2023 top's going to look like the 1983 tops a lot in design. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Alright, so that will go back in my Hall of Fame separation by player. Okay, so that is done. Next up to that, the baseball digest. This is January, February 2023. It's time for MLB clubs to stop retiring uniform numbers. They'd almost have to, because, you know, eventually they're going to run out of numbers. But when they retire a number, it's only for that team, right? Have to see what that article says in here. I haven't read the whole thing yet. There's the Houston Astros celebrating their win. Oh, here's the article. It's time for MLB clubs to rethink the tradition of retiring uniform numbers. I mean, look at this. This is the Yankees, right? 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. They got 2 8s there. 2 players had the number 8. 37, 16, 15, 32, 9, 10, 1, 44, 23, 49. Pretty soon you'll have a triple-digit number. I don't know. I didn't get my mail yet today again. It didn't show up yesterday, David. I'm sure it'll get here soon. What day did you mail it? Do you remember? The fans speak out. Most career hits by a pitcher postseason. First round 2013 year player draft. We got the baseball quick quiz. Mike Elias, Camden Yards. Epic turnaround for Houston. Well, Dusty finally won a whole new ball game. Baseball Digest Blue Ribbon panel of longtime MLB insiders dissects the game-changing new rules. That's the one I went over last week with you all. Or not last week. Yeah, last week. It was last week. All right. Then we have Great Expectations. Let's see, last Tuesday. Wow. Nope, I did not get that, David. That's just like I sent out a Christmas card to somebody in our church, and I just got it back a couple days ago, earlier this week. I said, unable to deliver as addressed. No forwarding address available. So I'm thinking it was probably something. I'm going to bring it to church with me on Sunday, and if he's there, and say, what's wrong with your address? Did you move again? I sent you a Christmas card, but it came back to me, Matt. But Seattle's Julio Rodriguez parlays an eye-opening rookie season into a mind-boggling long-term contract. I'm going to go over this real quick with you. I didn't read it myself yet, so we'll be doing that together. Oh, there we go. Ooh, let me see. Let me see if I can. Oh no, not this one. I use this one. Let me go into. See if I can show you guys the picture of the. Oh yeah, that's right. I think I do remember seeing this in my Beckett. See if I can get it to open up. Maybe you can. I can't get it. Too much brightness in here. Yeah, there's too much brightness going on from my phone. But let's see. If you can see it here, you got the team logo down here, the rookie card emblem, a photo in the corner here. They said this is from the 1963 design. So that's pretty cool. No, it says on the website, Yeah, it says the design keeps with an every 20-year trend dating back to 19. Oh, okay, a trend dating back to. So they're eventually going to be going back to 1963. Is what they're planning on doing here. So that is pretty cool looking. That'd be a nice little design with the little photo insert there. Portrait type photo insert. Maybe because of your storms and stuff, it's just had a little delay or something. Oh, yes, you did there, Dragon Fan Tim. So far, the only one that opened it up on their channel was trying to think who it was I gave the 5 entries to yesterday. It wasn't advertised anywhere, but you had to be in the live streams to know that you would get something. Oh, wait, no, I was going to give somebody some. But they didn't have it on their channel that they opened it up online. Every 20 years they do the small photo. Oh, okay. Okay. Every 20 years they do that. Gotcha. Well, that's pretty neat though. Keeping with that, mine is poster as of a couple minutes ago. Mine is posted as of a couple minutes ago. Oh yeah, I'll go back and change your channel there, or check your channel there, Boomslang. And then I'll give you your 5 entries for the month of January's giveaway. Okay? Just throwing different nuggets out there of different ways of getting free entries on my channel. I don't mind giving people free entries. I'll invent ways to do it. Doesn't bother me. You can't win 'em, give 'em. Diamond Princess is in the house. Oh, I haven't been on YouTube in a week or so. I've been sick, so I'm out of the loop. That's okay. But yeah, you do a video on the prize that I sent you, and you would be well to go. So Diamond Princess, did you get? You're probably a little bit closer. You probably have your package by now, or I should say your 2 packages. You ended up with 2 packages because I already had your repack product packaged to go, so that got sent out actually the same day that the Mega Prize giveaway went out. So, but thanks for popping in, Diamond. Thummies up, thummies up, thummies up for me if you can. So let's go through this article here. I don't believe it's too awful long. If it starts ending up being too long, I will let's see, 2. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not super long, but I might skip some here and there if we need to. So, again, this Great Expectations is by Larry Stone. When Julio Rodriguez was 18 years old, his magnificent Major League breakout season still 3 years away, he sat in the dugout at the Peoria Sports Complex in Arizona and laid out the vision he had for his career. My main goal, to be honest with you, whenever people talk about baseball, I want them to mention my name, Rodriguez said. Mission accomplished with a bullet. That brash statement, uttered in the obscurity of the Arizona Fall League's foretold one of the most meteoric rises in recent Major League annals. An unveiling for the ages that has brought Rodriguez recognition as the 2022 Baseball Digest eBay American League Rookie of the Year, as well as the Baseball Writers Association of America version of the award. All Rodriguez did at the ripe old age of 21 was emerge as a 5-tool superstar, electrifying the home run derby at the All-Star game with an epic power display. Win over the hearts and minds of Seattle baseball fans in a fashion that hadn't been seen since Ken Griffey Jr. Lead the Mariners to their first playoff appearance in 21 years and earn a contract extension less than 5 months into his Major League career that could keep him in Seattle through the 2039 season and pay him as much as $470 million. You bet people are mentioning Julio Yarnell Rodriguez's name when they talk about baseball, and usually in a discussion of the game's brightest stars and potential faces of the sport. Because in addition to his prodigious talent, Rodriguez became the 3rd rookie in the history of sports to reach 25-plus homers and steals. He possesses a charisma and it factor that baseball has been clamoring for. Unlike, say, Mike Trout, Rodriguez craves the spotlight and embraces the attention that comes with the level of accomplishment he's aiming for, and is on the fast track to attain. Speaking of which, when Rodriguez sought out Trout at the All-Star game at Dodger Stadium last July to ask him, "How do I become you?" Trout replied, "You already are." That's the level of respect Rodriguez is garnering around the game. Though such statements as one at the beginning of this feature may seem egotistical and boastful, they don't come off that way in person. Rodriguez is respectful of the game and deferential to the players in it, particularly his veteran teammates on the Mariners, who have come to revere him. He just has a deep belief in himself and a burning desire to forge his way among the elite. Rodriguez switched his jersey to the historically esteemed number 44 in 2022. When it was pointed out to him that the likes of Hank Aaron, Willie McCovey, and Reggie Jackson also wore that number, he replied with a smile, "I feel like the number kind of picked me. I saw a picture and said, okay, this number looks like it was made for me. And then I saw all the guys who wore it and said, okay, I will take it." But there's a reason Mariners president of baseball operations, Jerry Dipoto, who spent nearly a month this past summer negotiating the complex, groundbreaking extension with Rodriguez's agent, Ulysses Cabrera, calls him a loving teammate. It's a term Dipoto said he's never used on any other player. Every manager or coach who has been associated with Rodriguez during his rise through the minors raves about the way he interacts with all the factions of the clubhouse. It's one of the main reasons Rodriguez set about to learn English at the Mariners Dominican Academy. After they signed him in 2007 for $1.7 million at the age of 16. He eventually earned a GED and is fully bilingual, which not only helps him convey his effervescent personality through the media, social and traditional, but also enables him to fully bond with teammates. He cares about everybody, Dipoto explained. He cares about the game, and he loves what he's doing. Examples abound. When he was still in minor league camp as a teenager, Rodriguez would visibly revel in the joy his teammates experienced when they were selected as extras for the major league game that day. And when his minor league workout was done, Rodriguez would sit in the stands at the Peoria Sports Complex each day and intently watch the big league game, soaking up whatever knowledge he could. Sports Illustrated also relayed the story of Rodriguez while still a minor leaguer. Successful lobbying Dipoto to reinstate a coach from his native Dominican Republic who had been laid off during the pandemic. Rodriguez was raised in Loma de Cabrera, a town of roughly 20,000 people located near the Haitian border. His father, Julio Sr., is a structural engineer. His mother, Yasmin Reyes, is a dentist. The most prominent player to come out of Loma de Cabrera has been Rafael Furcal, but that is in the process of changing. Rodriguez was especially thrilling to play on the Dominican Olympic team in 2021, hitting .417 to lead it to the bronze medal, the first medal in the country's history. He said that representing his hometown was the highlight to that point of his baseball career. There's 20,000 people over there, so it just feels really cool that people around the world, people all around the United States and the Dominican Republic all recognize my work, he said. People in my town feel really proud I'm where I am right now because not a lot of people are able to make it out there. They are supporting me everywhere I go. The Los Angeles Angels had their sights firmly on the teenage Rodriguez as he dominated showcases in the Dominican. In fact, he was on the verge of signing with them at age 16 when the Mariners, led by their international scouting director Kim Kistner and scouts Kevin Dominguez and Eddie Toledo, swooped in with an offer that lured him to Seattle. Yes, it's entirely possible that in an alternate universe, Rodriguez and Trout could have been teammates. Tim Kistner came in literally minutes before they were going to accept the deal with the Angels and said, "Hey, we're on the kid, and this is a priority. We're ready to rock and roll," related Cabrera, the agent. They had done a lot of work. Eddie Toledo was an old-school Dominican scout who knew the family really well. He really pounded the table, and I think Tim had seen an opening and he jumped on it. I mean, literally, for a couple $100,000 difference, they got Julio. As Rodriguez grew into a 6'3", 230-pound frame, which is right out of Superstar Central casting, it was apparent to scouts throughout baseball that he had vast potential. What the Mariners didn't know, but quickly came to learn, is that he also had the intangibles that would help him get there. When one of the few knocks against him was a lack of top-end speed, Rodriguez took it upon himself to work with a speed coach last offseason to get faster. He finished his rookie year with 25 steals and was on trajectory to 30-plus until a late-season back injury. His speed rating is now elite, which segued into another goal of Rodriguez's, to play center field rather than be shunted into a corner spot. In spring training, Rodriguez wowed the Mariners with his increased burst and locked down the center field job. Dipoto recalled an anecdote from spring training that speaks to Rodriguez's motivation. One day, Dipoto was admiring Rodriguez's custom-made Victus bat, navy blue and emblazoned with teal markings of his J-Rod nickname. The lumber later used in the home run derby when J-Rod, out of nowhere, dropped a question to his general manager. Do you think I can play center field?" Dipoto replied, "I think you can. I love when people think I can't do something," Rodriguez said, to which Dipoto shot back, "Well, I don't think you can get 30-30. "All right, you're on," Rodriguez said, reflecting on that exchange after the season when Rodriguez had delivered 28 homers in 132 games to go along with the 25 steals Dipoto set. If he didn't have a couple of setbacks physically, the 30-30 thing would have been reality. The tenor Rodriguez's breakout season was established in the first Cactus League game when its first at-bat on an 0-2 pitch from San Diego Padres pitcher Angel Felipe, Rodriguez launched a 431-foot homer with a 117-mile-per-hour exit velocity. Later in the spring, he added an inside-the-park home run on a drive off the wall in right center that accentuated both his athleticism and his charisma. Rodriguez, with a mere 46 games played above A-ball and none at AAA, was no lock to make the team out of training camp. But the 19-year-old Griffey, 3 decades earlier, his performance simply left Mariners management. Let me get this scooted over just a little bit here. management no choice. On opening day in Minnesota, Rodriguez was indeed starting in center field. It wasn't quite a storybook introduction to the big leagues, however, with umpires seemingly squeezing the strike zone on Rodriguez as some sort of rookie initiation. He went 1 for 25 with 12 strikeouts on the opening road trip. By the end of April, Rodriguez was hitting just .205 with no homers. But those struggles revealed one more impressive facet of Rodriguez's repertoire: self-discipline. To bolster his self-confidence, rather than expanding his strike zone, many rookies would have done, Rodriguez had such strong belief in his batting eye and hitting ability that he didn't change anything. Eventually, the umpires stopped squeezing him, and when Rodriguez homered off eventual National League Cy Young Award winner Sandy Alcantara in Miami on May 1st, on the first round tripper of his MLB career, one of his 16 homers Alcantara allowed in 228.2 innings. In 2022, the longest at 450 feet. It signaled the onset of the J-Rod Show, which happens to be Rodriguez's handle on social media. By the end of the season, Rodriguez had clearly become the dominant rookie in the major leagues. He led all MLB rookies in home runs, 28, not counting the impressive 81 he smacked in the home run derby, of course. Total bases 260, OPS 854, BWAR 6.0, and FWAR 5.3. Teammate Ty France eventually started referring to Rodriguez as the best player in baseball, and Rodriguez playfully began referring to France as my babysitter. France genuinely believes the sentiment, but there was a method to his compliment as well. You can't really say enough about what he did for this year, France said. He carried the team for a while. I'm lucky I hit behind him every day and get to watch what he does. As a young guy, one of the biggest things is having that confidence. So me telling him that every day is just that little pick-me-up, hopefully, for him that he is the best player in baseball. Sometimes it's good to be reminded of that. I tried to do it as often as I could. France was the only one enamored by the rookie. Count Mariners icon Ichiro Suzuki among that group. Their relationship dates back to 2019 when the 18-year-old Rodriguez saw Ichiro, then 45, a few weeks ago from retirement, taking swings in the cage. He ran back to his locker in the minor league clubhouse to grab his phone and then shyly asked Ichiro if they could have a photo together. Ichiro obliged. Rodriguez still covets the resulting shot. The next spring, they became throwing partners, a practice that continues to this day whenever Ichiro, as Mariners instructor, is around. Ichiro raves about his young protege's skill set, but especially his work ethic. There's not really many guys that have the potential where you can say, this guy can be a Hall of Famer. Ichiro said in August, through his interpreter, he's one of the very few that are playing that you can say he has the potential to get there. Is it Friday? Let's get ready for football. No, tomorrow. The Seahawks play tomorrow. How you doing there, Jay? Jay's Mix in the house. God is great. Diamond Princess, Titus. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. See if I missed anything in the chat. Ella Fanatic, Zach, Diamond Princess, Zach's. Alright. We're up to 14 thumbs up. Can we get it up to 20? That would be interesting. Can we get it up to 20? refresh the chats real quick now that I went through and read the ones that missed. I don't know why they said that they having a playoff game tonight for football. Did I miss something? Wouldn't surprise me if I did. I gotta take a little break for this last page here, and then we'll finish up the J-Rod. And then we'll just go through and highlight the rest of the magazine here since we're almost halfway through. People got plans this weekend except for probably watching football games. So is there a football game tonight, or is there one going on right now? I know tomorrow, I was kidding, Donald, laugh out loud. You usually do football on Friday. No, I do the Hall of Fame Friday. Football's usually on Wednesday, but I did it yesterday, Thursday, because I couldn't do it stream on Wednesday because they were redoing our internet in our neighborhood. So that's why Tuesday and Wednesday I didn't schedule a stream this week, but we did one yesterday, and we're doing episode 99, Hall of Fame Friday. We did Nellie Fox. Now out of this baseball digest here, we're going through the Julio Rodriguez article. Car shopping? You're going car shopping there? Oh, Frank's going car shopping. Oh, okay, I'm messed up on my knees. Good luck finding a car. Yeah, cars are hard to find unless you're not that picky. All right, let's get through this last part here real quick. By early July, Dipoto had seen enough of Rodriguez's potential turned reality to begin negotiations on the long-term contract that would rock the baseball world when it was announced on August 27th. Dipoto knew the longer he waited, the more likely it was that Rodriguez would forego an extension and test the free agent market down the road. The longer you wait, the less likely it is you're going to get something done. Dipoto said at the press conference announcing the deal, "The relationship we've had with Julio since he was 16 years old has been phenomenal. And we felt like this was the right time because waiting a year, waiting 2 years, two things happen. One, there's a reasonable show of disrespect. And two, once you get to the arbitration years, it's a lot more difficult to do deals of this length and significant. Because once a player is close to entering the system, they tend to drift away, and the next thing you know, he's a 26-year-old free agent." When the Mariners chairman John Stanton was asked what made him willing to assess the potential risks and still sign off on a deal with a maximum value of $470 million over 18 years, he replied without hesitation, "This person." Here's how the Mariners manager Scott Servais, the immediate beneficiary of Rodriguez's services, describes his wonder kid, whom he believes will evolve into a team leader in the not-distant future. He's the guy that grabs the flag and charges up the hill, and everybody runs behind him. At the All-Star game, when asked what stood out to him about Rodriguez. Twin center fielder Byron Buxton replied, "Everything, everything I told him earlier. I like to watch you all the time. He's my favorite player now. Everything he does is so easy. He's so much fun to watch. Simple as that. He's going to be here for a long time, as he wants to be." Unequivocally, Covocally, Rodriguez wants and expects to be with Seattle a long, long time, and you can be sure that his name and face will be the forefront of baseball. If you think that kind of forecast, which is running rampant among pundits and baseball lifers alike, puts undue pressure on Rodriguez, well, you don't know the young man and his makeup. "I don't worry about expectations," he said. "No matter how high the expectations go, they'll never be higher than my own." Again, this article was put together in the Baseball Digest by Larry Stone, is the sports columnist at the Seattle Times. He served as president of the Baseball Writers Association of America, the BBWAA, in 2022 and has been a member since 1986. So there you go. Yes, the Baseball Digest is alive and well and is very informative. We'll just flip through the pages here. This is another article. Baseball 2022 MLB Rookie All-Star Team. They got Jose Miranda with the Twins, first base. Second base, Brendan Donovan with the Cardinals. Third base, Emmanuel Rivera, Kansas City Royals and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Shortstop, Jeremy Pena with the Houston Astros. Outfielder, Michael Harris II with the Atlanta Braves. Outfielder, Stephen Kwan, the Cleveland Guardians. Outfielder, Julio Rodriguez with the Seattle Mariners. Catcher, Adley Rutschman, Baltimore Orioles. The 10th man, Bobby Witt Jr. with the Kansas City Royals. Starting pitcher, Spencer Strider with the Atlanta Braves. Relief pitcher Felix Bautista with the Baltimore Orioles. Then we got, boom, Michael Harris II. Outfielder, Atlanta Braves, Baseball Digest, eBay National League Rookie of the Year, Julio Rodriguez. Outfielder with the Seattle Mariners. 2022 Baseball Digest eBay American League Rookie of the Year. Then they have a listing here of all the Rookies of the Year from the American League and National League from 1972 through 2022. My godfather is good, but he had COVID around Christmas. Oh, wasn't a serious bout of COVID, was it, Ryan? You didn't let me know. I would have been praying for him, that's for sure. Okay. Family Matters, from epic wiffle ball confrontations in the backyard. Aaron and Austin Nola went on to make MLB history in a postseason encounter. And then what'd they do? Trade jerseys? Oh, brothers who faced each other in postseason. Oh, wow. It says Jimmy Johnson with the Brooklyn Dodgers against Doc Johnson, the Cleveland Indians, in the 1920 World Series. Bob Meusel, New York Yankees. Irish Meusel, New York Giants, 1921, 22, and 23 World Series. Clete Boyer, New York Yankees, and Ken Boyer, St. Louis Cardinals, 1964 World Series. Garth Eorg, Toronto Blue Jays, and Dane Eorg, Kansas City Royals, 1985 American League, ALCS. Roberto Alomar and Sandy Alomar Jr. with the Baltimore Orioles and the Cleveland Indians, 1996 ALDS, 1977 ALCS. Aaron Nola, Philadelphia Phillies with Austin Nola, San Diego Padres, 2022 NLCS. Pretty cool there. Hidden Figures, oh my word. 6 decades after their original production, an all-star lineup of baseball statues still resonate with collectors. Got some of those. I got a Griffey one somewhere. The guy in the pictures. The card father scared it off. That's good, yeah. He shook them all up when I was in the hospital. I showed it to the nurses and the doctors when I had a chance. That little short video that you posted up on YouTube, I shared it with the doctors and the nurses, and they were getting some chuckles out of it. Andrew McCutcheon. Oh, there you go, tribute. Baseball Digest remembers those members of the baseball community who passed away in the past year. Wow, so all these people passed away, baseball related, in 2022. Wow. Mike Adamson, Luke Allen, Isabel Lefty Alvarez, Fred Andrews, Roger Angel, James Cowboy Atterbury, Al Autry, Jim Bailey, Camara Barte, Eddie Beskinski, Ed Balta, Larry Bintner, Ethan Blackaby, Howard Blatt, Ron Blazer, Tommy Boggs, Carl Bowles, Dr. James Busgarden, Calvin Bowles, Mike Brito, Jim Bronstad, Cal Browning, Julia Budzinski, Bill Burbach, Shirley Burbovich, Pete Burnside, Chuck Carr, Keith Chapman, Frank Capriana, Gene Kleins. We're only up to the C's. Wow. Christian Coleman, Don Collins, Bob Conley, Terry Cooney, Tim Corsi, Julio Cruz, John Cumberland, Tommy Davis, Ike Delop, Peter Deanna, Jeff Dickerson, Don Dilliard, Chuck Dobson, Sal Durante. Oh, does it continue on the next page? Oh my word, it does continue. John Ellis, Dick Ellsworth, Ken Frayling, Jim Fregosi Jr., John Gamble, Ann Garman Hosted, George Gerberman, Jeremy Giambi, Arlene Gill, David Green, Les Grobstein, Bill Holler, Nicole Hazen, Roland Hemond, Rudy Hernandez, Fred Hickman, Shirley Ann Hilbish, Joan Hodges, Joe Horlin, Jeff Ennis, Calvin Jones, Joan Joyce, George Kernick, Marguerite Kerrigan, Don Kohler. Actually goes to a second page. I didn't know that. Arlene Riley Koto, Fred Lasher, Richie Lewis, Carl Leonard, Mark Liddell, Bob Lochner, Hector Lopez, Lillian Lukey, Mike Marley, Tommy Milchick, Debbie Matson, Ken Meese, Paul Meyer, Bob Miller, Mike Moore, Evelyn Evie Moraz, Casey Motter, Charlie Navarro, Al Niger, Ricky Nelson, Ernie Nimmons, Ed Oliveras, Mark Pankin, Odalis Perez, Gaylord Perry, Joe Pignato, Steve Pinder, Leo Posada, Gene Ramirez, Milt Ramirez, Jack Reed, Dan Riley, Win Remerswall, Ray Ripplemeyer, John Rowe, Vic Radzvinsky, Roger Samuels, John Sanders, Mo Cervansky, Captain John Sachs, U.S. Marine Corps, Mark Schaefer, Dick Schofield, Ted Schreiber, Vin Scully, Costin Shockley, Bill Short, Dwight Smith, Jerry Snyder, Rich Sorkin, Marv Stahill, Joe Stanton, John Stearns, Bruce Sutter, Bill Tanton, Bill Teed, Ralph Terry, Lee Thomas, Tom Urbani, Julio Valdez, Rob Vanderberg, Anthony Navarro, Mary Frances Peak, Charlie Vincent, Catherine Kate Bondero, Inez Voice, Gail Wade, Mike Wallace, Pete Ward, Eleanor Moore Warner, David West, Dave Wickersham, Gerald Williams, Maury Wills, Gordy Windhorn, and John Wackenfuss. Wow, I didn't think that many baseball people in the sport had passed away that last year. All right, Mighty Minnie of the White Sox, Minnie Minosa. Minnie Minosa. And there's a subscriber notice. Oh, they've got some. Oh my word! I didn't pay that much for it. That's for sure. PMB Pacific Magazine billing. Guess they got fake people mailing out and scamming people with more expensive magazine issues. I like that one right there. Everybody knows that guy. See? 89 Upper Deck. I don't know, was the Upper Deck in this book? No, Upper Deck wasn't in here. That's why. That's the only one, huh? Well, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Hopefully you all enjoyed me going over this stuff as much as I enjoyed doing it. We got up to 14 thumbs up. Military aircraft. Sachs is the son of Steve Sachs. He died in a plane crash. Oh, okay. Military aircraft. So anything else anybody would like to talk about or no? Just kind of curious. Because my wife took me grocery shopping to the commissary, I didn't have a chance to eat lunch, so that's why I'm getting some sustenance right now. Yes, I did open the Amazon box. I mentioned it on yesterday's live stream. Thank you. In lieu of us still working on the Wizard of Oz puzzle, I'm probably going to save that one for this year, for Christmas time, and me and the wife will work on that during Christmas time. Maybe I'll figure out a way to put us on a live stream while we're working on the puzzle. Maybe try and have something pointing down on our dining table if I can figure things out by then. No, there's not too much left. I almost ran out, or I would share with you guys. I would share them. But it's just so good. I've always liked red vines. I don't know, I just always have. Oh, no, that's fine. We liked it when I showed my wife. Matter of fact, when I did that yesterday, I had my coffee mug here, and it shows, on the coffee mug from Disney, it's got me and my wife and Mickey Mouse, we're doing this on the mug, hitchhiking. Nope, that was unexpected. When I got the package, I couldn't help but when I picked it up, I felt, and I shook the box before I even opened it, and I said, he sent me a jigsaw puzzle, because he saw my holiday stream and he saw we were working on the Wizard of Oz. Without the cartoons. Oh, Mickey Mouse is not a cartoon. He's real. I know he's not real. You can always think he's real. Or it's broken. No, I didn't. I knew exactly what it was. I knew exactly what it was. I said, this is a jigsaw puzzle. I knew it was. Could have been a bunch of puzzle pieces for Don Russ puzzle cards. I was like, nah, I don't think he'd send something like that from Amazon. Okay there. Hope it works later. Alright, thanks. Everybody try and hop over to Mickey's channel here. He's going to get ready to go live. Or he's going to set up. What time are you supposed to go live there, Mickey? Have a good night, Donald and Chad. Thanks. Thanks for the 14 thumbs up. Awesome. Whenever I can get double digits, I'm happy. But thanks to Jay's Mix, Boomslang, Lockin99. Who else we got hanging in here? Maybe Fanatic Connecting Guru. Jay's Mix, Frank's Card Corner. I know Diamond Princess was in here earlier. Thank you for coming, Diamond Princess. I don't know if she ever responded to me. Good luck finding a car, Frank. I'm hoping that Diamond Princess got her package from me. She should have got her Patreon package and her prize-winning package. So other than that, I think I'm going to go ahead and get ready to wrap things up for today. You all have a great and wonderful weekend. Oh, there she is. She's Diamond Princess is still here. I still got a few more minutes before I don't want to go over the 2-hour mark. But did you get my Patreon package there, Diamond Princess? Oh, she did say she got the Patreon? I must have missed it earlier. Okay, you received the Patreon so far. Oh, let's see. No? Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I'm confusing myself now. Where did I put that paper? Oh, put that. Maybe you just got the one. Can't remember for sure now. Thought I think I threw that page away. I thought maybe I sent. So you got the Patreon priority package, but you didn't get another one too? How many pages? And oh, I saw that earlier. Okay, maybe it was me. I don't know. That day I was doing that, I got the 5 Patreons packages ready, sent them out, and then I had I think it was about 20 mega giveaway prizes that I sent out. Thought for sure that you did get something. Let me look. I don't know if, oh wait, yeah, I know where my listing is. Hold on, I know where my listing is. It's in my book of names. That's where it would be, and it's going to be back here. I'm pretty sure you should have gotten one. Yeah, Diamond. Diamond got 2. Yeah. So you should have got another envelope too. This one didn't have tracking on it, but it was a big white envelope with I don't want to spoil it for those that might not have got their packages yet. Let's see. Yeah. So I sent, what was that? Cards in my car. God is great. Kevin. Cops. Anaheim skip cards. Big race ball cards. Danny and Grace. Faith Family and Sports. Chuck Dupree. Michael Heath. Dragon Fan Tim. Zach. Fanatic Connecting Guru. Lock and 99. Yeah, I sent a lot of people, but Biggie Hurt, Diamond, Zax, Dearman. Dearman even responded to me and said thank you for the package I sent him. Okay. Yeah, just let me know for some reason. It didn't have tracking on it, but that's because I was sending out so many things, and those were they're just gifts, giveaways. So, but yeah, I keep track of everything. This is all my people I've done sales with, sold stuff to. Everybody on my channel is contained in here. So this is where I get my list for my Christmas card mailings every year. Of course, I've now had this binder now for 3 years. So it is my YouTube binder. Okay. Well, hopefully if you don't, I did put on there for them not to bend the envelope, because if they do, they could damage the big item that's in the envelope. Here, if I could draw a picture, it's a big white envelope, and it has a supersized card in there that has 6 Hall of Famers on it, and then there's 4 other rookie cards that are in there in a little white envelope inside, along with a piece of cardboard, so it felt rigid, and I put on there photographs, please do not bend. So in case you haven't got yours yet, if you do get it, hopefully it's not damaged, or hopefully they didn't fold it in half to try and fit it in a little mailbox, because then it could damage the card that was in there. They might leave a notice in your box, so you have to pick it up from somebody at the, if you have a regular P.O. box, sometimes they'll put a little, you have a package to be picked up or something like that. But yeah, hopefully everything has been arriving safely. I haven't heard too much. Oh, I can promise you, my post office will bend it 35 times if it says don't bend. Oh, we had people that would do that, but they wouldn't do it on a regular basis on purpose. Especially if you sweet talk them their Diamond Princess and tell them, you know, people are sending me baseball cards and stuff. I can't have this stuff crunched and rolled up and stuffed into my little P.O. box. Can you just leave me a notice so I can pick it up, please? And then I'll come to the window and you can go get my package and you can hand it to me. Huh? My post office bent mine. Did you complain? You should complain to them. Did it get ruined too much? Did they curl it? Or did they actually fold it in half? If they bend it to kind of curl it in there, do you have like a tip out mailbox where you live there, Chuck? Where they tip it out and then it's like square? Oh no, they had a big crease through Tom Seaver, huh? My, oh my. I think it's, oh. It could fit, no problem. Well, you all have a great weekend. I gotta take my Christmas tree apart, condense it down and put it back in its box. Everything else was good. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why they do that sometimes. I would rather somebody just leave it by my door, turn it facing the door or whatnot, and like right in the door jamb, instead of folding it in half and trying to stuff it in the box. All right. Well, y'all have a great weekend. We'll see you next Tuesday. And we'll have some more fun. A week full of fun. I don't have anything really scheduled. Well, let's see. I got to get my blood work done next Friday. I don't think I have any doctor's appointments until the week after. I think the 24th, 20th. I got to record some videos tonight for my other recordable content that goes up. But other than that, this has been Don Blomdahl with episode 99, Hall of Fame Friday, Nellie Fox, plus bonus baseball talk, and just general chatting in the channel. Hopefully you all enjoyed this stream, and I look forward to seeing you after the weekend. I'll try to come into your channels over the weekend when I'm not busy. Yeah, I got to package up my Christmas tree in the box, tape it all shut, and then after that, I got to put all my Christmas decorations back up above my office in the garage. See if I can, my wife bought more decorations this year, so I have to see if I can fit everything up in the space that I took everything out from when we decorated for Christmas. So other than that, hopefully you know what I'm going to say at the end here. It's not just words, but be blessed. We'll see you around the channels. Take care, Chuck and Diamond Princess. Lockin' 99, Jay's Mix, Boom Slang, Fanatic Connecting Guru, make it your Frank's Card Corner, Boom Slang. Probably missed somebody while I'm scrolling down here. Hopefully not. Jay's Mix, Diamond Princess, Fanatic Connecting, Diamond. Zach Sports Cards was here. Just went to the mailbox. Thanks for the mail. Plan to open tonight. Alright. So do me a favor. Put my name in the title or description of the video so I can find it. It'll be easier that way. That's what I generally do to find your videos. So if you can put, family mail call or mail call package from Don Blomdahl, something on that line, that would be appreciated. So until then, you all take care. It's been fun, it's been real, and we've had a blast, like always, for our Hall of Fame Friday. So until we meet again on Tuesday, take care, and we'll see you later. Bye for now.